Okay, this is module 8. And this week we are talking about how you're elevating your practice, how you're elevating yourself as a result, and your strategy and your action plan of how you're going to take these key concepts into your own world and into the world of your patients, and how that's going to affect your communication style, and how that's going to affect your treatment planning style, and how that's going to affect you analyzing and understanding the key behaviors, the key characteristics, and utilizing some of these characteristics in creating a better bottom line for your patients, but maybe even being more patient with the people that come in that you're serving, and maybe even having and honoring more patience within your own lives. And what does that look like? So how are you going to show up? This is your key takeaway. How are you going to show up every single day? What are you committed to doing? Who are you as a person now? Who are you better for the office? What are some of the steps that you are willing to take to ensure your road to success? What are you willing to do? What are some of the habits that you created? What are some of the habits that you are committed to implementing in your life? Are you going to go to the gym during your lunch break? Are you going to make sure that you're eating healthier foods, that you're having better food options? Because if you have better food options, you are going to have more energy for your patients. You're going to have more energy for your team members. You're going to have more energy and drive to do other things. And what key characteristics that I'm going to leave you with today, and this is so important, this is part of the grit training, is resilience and grit. And the combination of those two are so powerful because it really encompasses what this training is all about. And it's really growing, revealing, innovating, and transforming. And you are at the transformation state. But having resilience and grit means that no matter what challenge, no matter what setback, no matter what adversity that happens in your own life, that you are willing to bounce right back up. Whether it's a failure in the office, something happened, or in your relationship, maybe it was a love relationship that went wrong, or maybe it was with a team member that you didn't have the right vibe with. For whatever reason, it's resilience and grit. It's how fast you can get up again. It's not how many times you fall, but it's how fast you can stand up. And so you can implement this in every and any single part of your life. It's time to pull your pants up and get your sleeves rolled up and start to get the dirty work done, because this is part of the transformation. This is part of implementation. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice 30 minutes in the morning that you can create your time for yourself, so that when you are fully filled up, you can outpour onto every other person that comes in contact with you? And you are giving them the experience that they deserve. No matter how tired you are, you're going to pull out your emotional toolkit so that from those tools, you can then create an effect, because you are going to be at your peak state, because you've already done that hard work. And I want to congratulate you on focusing the time and energy and replaying some of these, because this is your training. And the grit training does not stop. It just keeps getting better. And I challenge you and I encourage you to share this with as many people as possible. Maybe they're not even in dentistry, but can you think of people that you could actually help as a result of just by knowing some of these key, very simple concepts, but we are so busy that we don't have the time to implement? Like, you know what it takes to lose weight. You know what it takes to stop smoking. You know what it takes to stop distracting yourself with busyness and overeating and overindulging, but we do it sometimes anyway. Why? Because we're stressed, or we're anxious, or we're overwhelmed. These are all of these low energy emotions. What I was asking you to do early on in these exercises is to think of ways to get you back into that state. Is it listening to music, smelling something, dancing, moving? Energy is action in motion. So what are things that you are committed to doing to practice your resilience and your grit? And how does that show up in each area of your life, in your love life, in your practice life? And who are you for the sake of your practice? We all have our stories. We all have our backstories. And if you wanted to learn my story, there's opportunities to learn my story as well. But those stories don't define you. Those stories don't have to define you at any given point in time. And any single point you can make the change. So I ask you, are you willing to make the change? Are you willing to make the sacrifice? Are you willing to make that transformation for your team? Who are you for your team going forward? And how often are you going to listen to this and go into your guidebooks and go into the exercises and share these exercises with others? Because the more we practice, the more we know, the more aware we are. And when we're aware, we make better decisions as a result. When we're aware, we are more accepting of where we are. And that's how we create a ripple effect in our own lives.